Give me a second gun with me watching that low door right.
There should have been a second guy on him as he's creeping up that way. All the guy's got to do is point a weapon somewhere down the hallway, pull the trigger several times, he's bound to hit someone. You're literally filling up the whole space.
Copy, I'm gonna move over to the right.
So why would you run over to the right underneath the spotlight in the middle of the night? Utilize your shadows. Hi, my name is Geoff Reeves. I'm a former Navy SEAL. And today on Experts React, we're gonna be checking out the video game Ground Branch. Let's get it on. Good use of the concealment, the brick and stone and mortar. I like to call it diminishing cover, because nothing is ever always cover.
Shot front, don't move.
Blue top.
G-Man, just saw a guy walk back to the right.
So it's easier to hit a stationary target than a moving target. Utilize your cover, but always be looking at where you're gonna go next and get there.
Or not. Okay, this guy.
I like the actual, you can see the concussion in the video game. That's really cool. So walking exposed in an open area like that, get from one boundary to another. You have all these rocks on you that you can utilize them. But just walking casually across riverines, there we go. Now we're finally getting on it. Pick your spot and get there. So if he's holding a cover, he should not be looking around. He has an internal comm, so he can utilize his non-shooting hand, but his weapon should be pointed at a threat all times, not looking back.
I'll hold this corner if somebody wants to flow past me.
So when he came in, he just kind of started walking around without actually coming down a wall or securing it.
Your shed is clear.
Like control the area first and then start moving through it.
We're outside.
Should we parallel with you? Shot.
Man, there's a lot of threats. Like no gun should ever be pointed down in this situation. You'd be looking high on the rocks, you'd be looking long. His weapon should be up, looking down over to the left as they're traversing across.
Hang out.
So this is a tight hallway for a double stack like this. There's no reason for a guy to be on the left and the right. Everybody should get to one side. All the guy's got to do is point a weapon somewhere down the hallway, pull the trigger several times, he's bound to hit someone. You're literally filling up the whole space.
More audible right, I think.
Hot prep.
Hold.
In.
Good bang.
So the long hallway and the guy came in, almost the guy, like on that, the guy on the left should be holding long and the guy on the right makes a dynamic around to cover the corner. Good teamwork.
I've covered left hallway.
He's dead now.
Okay, I'm pushing right.
Good tactical reload. Well done.
One more step.
Yep.
I got you. Hang in.
Again, get to one side. No reason for a double stack in that.
Yeah, I'm good. Clear. I'm gonna plate it. Go.
So you just made it, you just threw a crash in and then you're gonna hang outside the door. There's no reason, from my opinion, that you couldn't get into the door and take advantage of that stun. Pieing it is if you actually don't have the surprise.
Take it off all in.
Packing a mag.
Get out of the doorway, get down your wall. Call it the cone of death if you just stand in the doorway.
Stairway, plate left, continue right.
Good job. Peel left, hold along. Now he should not be going in. Should not be going in since it's a one-man entry. You sit there and hold the door, but if he wants to go in it, you need a second person.
Cover and rear.
Shot. He's down.
Strong wall.
Yeah. He's down.
Good. Good use. Angles.
Just hold the wall. Hold the wall. Stop moving.
If a math teacher in high school would explain angles and geometry at a CQ set, it would have been much better in high school.
All right. The immediate right past the crate is no factor.
Good use. I like the communication. I like how they're creeping up. They're taking small chunks, which are opening up their field of vision.
He's the crate guy.
Crate guy is that.
That's really good. However, there's a lot of still potential threats long, and they're working it.
Contact deep. Right in.
I think the point of view that we're actually looking at, he's overexposed right now. Like he's actually giving the bad guys an advantage to the angle versus sucking up onto that cement column there. As long as he's checked what's back into his left, he can actually suck up on that column and actually give himself, oh, there we go, okay.
I'm holding left. Slide right. Give me a second gun with me watching that low door right.
There should have been a second guy on him as he's creeping up that way.
Left, stairs.
So in a position like that, some guy can come up and pin, everybody hauls, the second to last guy can set up, turn around, and then you just leapfrog back that way, rather than taking a couple steps, turn around, taking a couple steps, turn around. Have one guy holding long, another guy run back, set up, hold long, say, whatever your nomenclature is, relieve the guy from front, he now runs back, he sets up, again holds back long, let the second guy now know that he's good, and you just leapfrog back way in big chunks without having to make it awkward by continuously back every couple paces. And cover a lot of ground that way without giving up rear security.
Remember that ton on the left we bypassed?
I like their spacing in between each other in their terrain as they're moving down. Max effectiveness of like a grenade is like 5 yards, and they're spacing themselves out within that. So if a bad guy were to toss something, they're not going to take out everybody. So that's really good.
Yeah, the left side taking the door. Left side taking the door.
The whole train went right. Half the train went right, half the train is left. This is a case where you can easily get separated. You want lines of communication going all the way back, so you can tell you don't have a blue on blue coming up the back side.
Careful. Whoever's in front of me here on the left side, crouch.
Again, walking straight down in the middle of the door frame, not a good idea. I like the use of levels though, that was really good. Too many guys inside that doorway in a small enclosure like that.
Open door.
Get out of that doorway. That door frame is constricting them. Get into and down the sides.
Top second floor, our side.
Contacts down long.
Is my left clear?
You got friendlies windows on your left. Watch friendlies on your left.
Good comms, they're working together real nice.
Dan, do you want us to flow around on the opposite side or hold?
Flow around.
Copy.
I like the comms, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, take your time. We'll hold at our exit.
Probably not the best to stop and check, like up on the stairwell in a lighted area. Maybe do that in the shadows.
Yeah, we're catching up.
He's pushing up, he's pushing up.
You got it?
Okay, G-Man.
Right, no factor,
toss
Dan.
grenade.
You have SA?
Factor.
I feel like there should be a guy on the right-hand side that can see some kind of angle, but the guy on the inside tosses the crash around the side. That the bad guy could have run up on the door and popped and around and shot, and nobody would have known it. So in that there, the guy on the front should be holding long down that big way, while the second guy then peels off to the right. Then, if they're all gonna go left, then everybody kind of shifts as they go around. But for the first guy with a massive cavern with a bunch of shadows to hold right, that doesn't make sense. He should be holding long the whole time. First guy always holds long.
Give me that split again on that right wall. Where was on the right originally?
Copy. I'm going to move over to the right.
So why would you run over to the right underneath a spotlight in the middle of the night? Utilize your shadows.
Gunfire outside, right?
But across that light fast. Don't hang out on anything like that. Again, gentleman on the right's using his light like a searchlight. If you see something that you think could be a potential threat, you light it up, and then when you realize it's not, you turn it off and keep walking. Otherwise, you're just pointing out where you are to the bad guys. Now this is actually a scenario where you could split your train and have it on both sides, because it is so wide.
Don't jump the stack, hit the wall.
Unless it's specifically they're exiting to the right, then it makes sense. But nobody's covering left. Everybody's got their weapons pointed forward. Finally, one gentleman, everybody's looking straight in front of them, rather than pretend, there we go.
9mm point man, what do you mean?
Stand Fisher.
9mm point man, that's awful. Because all your spaces, these areas that you're going into are so vast. Why would you be leading with a pistol when everybody else has rifles? That's stupid.
Only had a shield.
Like to checking up, checking down. So the technique they're using to get from point A to point B, there's a term actually for that, called like a blow through. But when you do come into different rooms where you have walls that you can't see the whole room, you do still want to stick to like the first two guys being able to get into there dynamically and then continue through, rather than just casually walking in a train like that, because somebody could potentially, there's always a new potential threat on the opposite side that you want to have the advantage over. What they're doing is about 80% right. That initial entry into those two rooms, it's a very quick pause, wait till the second guy gets on you, make the entry, good. Continuing on. And you can get through there very quickly.
Yeah, all right, one more is needed. All right, push.
So that's where you should actually have somebody hold that corner and look up there, and then as everybody gets up and they clear it, then you call that person up. But don't leave it, because if you know that, they know that.
All right, we're out in the main yellow hangar.
Copy. We're on your left.
We're on your left.
There's dead space on our right. Can you see that?
So they're on the left, they should hold, there you go. Everybody else comes up, they join, and then they push through. Very good. The guy on the right should be holding long, not turn around looking at the truck.
Copy. We're gonna strong wall the left side of this exit, okay?
So I think we still have one guy on the right holding long. Yes, there should be guys on the left holding long as well, because all those different angles from around those objects over there, anybody can pop out.
He's high. Check high for sniper.
Start using concealment and cover.
Did we lose one?
Like you're literally just hanging out against a wall of a building exposed. Get behind the truck. Utilize that red structure over to the side, the mill van.
Alright, I'm checking right, and then I'm gonna check left.
Good use of high angles, good use of finding employment for yourself.
Could split across if you want.
Just hug it, just hug it, just hug it. It's too wide.
Move, move. You're not shooting, you're moving. Walking backwards, bad idea.
Yeah, see the extraction zone? I'm gonna push through the cement block around the corner here.
You make me nervous just sitting there. Ooh, tiger stripes. Like it. Thanks for joining me as we dive a little bit deeper into Ground Branch. If you want to see more experts react, check out Gamology on Facebook and YouTube. If you want to see more of me, check out my Instagram at official Geoff Reeves. And if you actually like doing this stuff for real, check out shadowworksgroup.com for some really good protective gear. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time. If interested, you can No, that's actually good. I mean, they did a lot of good stuff in there. No, they did a good job. I like the tiger stripes. That's kind of cool.